Summer vacations are drawing to a close, and it might have you considering whether a second home is right for you. Maybe you found the perfect beach town or a quaint mountain getaway. Maybe you like the idea of collecting rental income more than spending it. Either way, the purchase of a second home comes with more variables than the purchase of a primary home. Let's look at two of the main considerations for this major financial decision. First, what's your liquidity like? We'd all love to have $300,000 sitting around to make this purchase easy. But if we spend all that cash down and we have nothing left over, we might not be able to make those upgrades or improvements that we want to after we settle. So a mortgage then seems like the obvious solution. You preserve your cash, have a monthly payment, and make those upgrades. But second mortgages have a different treatment in your taxes than your primary mortgage. The deductibility is determined on your overall debt load and whether or not you're able to itemize that mortgage interest into your taxes. Maybe you have a taxable securities portfolio and you can borrow against it. A securities line of credit could be an elegant solution for being a cash buyer in competitive markets. But this solution comes with a floating interest rate and the risk that the market's decline might trigger a margin call. All of these solutions have different mathematical considerations, but you also want to look at your leftover liquidity, the amount of leverage and cash flow that it'll trigger, and how long you expect to keep this property in your possession. A second big consideration: what's the long-term plan for this second home? Is it in another state? You'll want to talk to your trust and estates lawyer to see whether or not you hold this property in your name or a revocable trust, and whether or not your documents need to consider and adapt for this new asset. What if you want to change residences or retire to this home? Well, then you're left checking the residency requirements and updating things like your voter and vehicle registration, your insurance policies, and all the mailing addresses on your major accounts. The through line here is simply to hammer out a plan before you sign on the line for that exciting purchase of a second home. As always, Bryn Mawr Trust is here to help you plan.